Hi and welcome to my channel. So I am so ecstatic right now that so many people are moving to the UK. In fact, in my private coaching program alone, we've had so many people move, in the last week, in the last month, and I know that schools are reopening, employers are recruiting massively. So you're welcome if you're new to the UK. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to do when you just get to the UK. Look, there are certain things that are pretty obvious for you to do. For example, get a job, get accommodation. It's obvious, but there are 5 things that many people fail to do. But these things are crucial for your personal and professional development when you get to this beautiful country. These are the 5 things that I'm focusing on. The 5 things, like I've said, that many people fail to do. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And I hope that you're finding all these videos helpful. If you've got anything that you want me to talk about, to do a video about, please do feel free to leave that in the comment section below, and I will 100% do a video on it. If it's something that I'm not aware of, I'm happy to find out more information in order to provide that, obviously, for you. But before I get started, I do have a newsletter where I send information about UK updates, changes to UK visas, opportunities in the UK, jobs to move to the UK with free visa sponsorship without spending thousands of pounds, getting bankrupt, getting in debt, so that you can move to this beautiful country, settle with your family, and just live a fantastic life, really. Also, work from home jobs where you can have extra money to supplement your income, and then eventually start your own side hustle so that you can retire early, live independently, wealthy, happy, rich, and hopefully young. So, if you're keen on any of the things that I've mentioned, check the comment section below. You're going to find a link to my newsletter. It's completely free. You're also going to find my WhatsApp number there, as well as my email address. So that if there's anything personal, you're like, Melvis, I've got this in mind. I just don't want to drop it here on YouTube. I need to get in contact with you privately. Then please do feel free, obviously, to use that. But like I've said, if you've got any topic ideas, any queries, concerns, please leave that in the comment section below, and we'll talk about those things on there together. So, what is the first point? Obviously, once you found your accommodation in the UK, then you're going to have an address. Look, the most important thing you're going to have in your journey in the UK is your proof of address. A piece of paper saying that this is where you live, XYZ Street, and your postcode. So once you get here, obviously, and you find accommodation, you would have gotten here because of a job, because of a visa. It doesn't matter, seasonal worker visa, skilled worker visa, unskilled. It doesn't matter how you've gotten here, but there will be a way that you've gotten here anyway. So you should go to that institution or that organization, and they'll be able to give you a letter with your address once you found a house. When you take this letter, you need to go to a bank, and open a bank account. And let me tell you something, depending on the reason that you come to the UK, different banks offer different services. So if you're in the UK right now and you're on a student visa, there are banks that are perfect and ideal for students because some of them offer overdrafts for certain amounts, some of them have interest-free loans, interest-free overdrafts, and that is why you cannot just open a bank account blindly or randomly without being aware of the advantages. Also, if you're here on a work visa, there are certain banks that are absolutely amazing for people on a work visa. And by the way, as I'm talking about all these things, if you want to know the specific banks that are ideal for specific situations, leave that in the comment section below, because obviously I don't know who's watching this video right now. You could be a student, you could be working, you could be out of the UK, you could be an entrepreneur, you could just be wondering. I've got no idea. So leave a comment and I'll be able to recommend some of those banks that are really good, or I can do a video on it so that you're aware of where you should be investing your money and your time in this country. Because look, time is money. And if you don't choose the right bank, then that's the beginning of your problems. Because if you're taking a credit card or anything, it's got a lot to do. So again, that's something that people fail to do, and they think, oh, I'm just gonna ask this other person, where have you got your bank, or look around, go to the next bank you find. No, you need to be very strategic with every single decision that you're making in this country, because nothing should be done by chance. By the way, if you're watching this and you're wondering who I am, my name's Melvis. I started my UK journey as a carer in a nursing home. I then studied nursing in this beautiful country, and then within 5 years, I had progressed to the most senior clinical nursing position. So I currently work for the NHS as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I'm passionate about career progression. It's not just about moving to the UK, as far as I'm concerned. It's what you do with yourself once you get to this beautiful country, making the most of the best opportunities that this country has to offer, ensuring that you're not settling for mediocrity, but that you're excelling and you're going for the top and the creme de la creme, basically. That's what I'm about. So I have a private career coaching program where I support with career progression in the UK. If you want to get into healthcare, nursing, I'm your girl. I'll make sure that you get, for example, an apprenticeship to get into nursing where you're paid to become a qualified nurse. You know what I mean? And then after that, you're progressing to the most senior clinical nursing positions where you not only earn money, but you're going to have influence and a say in the affairs of this profession so that your voice can be heard, and then your decisions obviously can impact on the future generations of other colleagues that are coming within this profession. That's what I'm about. So if you check the description box below, you're going to see a link to join my private coaching program. If you're looking for free visa sponsorship opportunities, again, I can guide you. What should your CV look like? What about supporting information? Where should you apply? How do you apply? What are the employers looking for? What about the interviews? How should you interview? Because, those are the things that the program is all about. Work from home jobs, side hustle ideas. Which ones are the best if you're a student? Which one should you go for? Again, you get guidance with all of those things. So make sure that you check it out, obviously, in the description box below. The next thing that you do, therefore, after choosing that perfect bank, is that you need to register with a doctor. You need to get a GP because you've got your letter. When you register with the bank, get a proof of address, obviously, from the bank because it's really solid, very legit. Then find a doctor and register. I know that many of us are from different countries where having a doctor is a luxury, or you only go to a doctor when you are critically unwell. In the UK, healthcare is free if you're on a student visa or if you're on a work visa, which is why you've paid the healthcare surcharge. So you need to make use of those facilities because you have paid for them. You have paid for those facilities. So it is your duty and your right to make use of them. So register with a doctor, get one that is, within your local area. You can check in the council, you can check online and fill in the registration form. Again, this is something that you don't want to take a doctor by chance. Check reviews. If you can go to the surgery, go there, speak to the receptionist. You know what I mean? You need to check because some GP surgeries now, you won't have any appointments. So you don't want a place like that. Get reviews, ask around if possible. You need to put in a lot of effort in it. Once you go there and you've registered, do a health check. So ask for a health check. And if you don't know your family history as well, something that is very crucial, get that from home. Speak to your parents, relatives, anybody. What's our family history? What are some of the illnesses that our relatives have? Some of the people that have passed away, sadly, what do they have? It's very important to also register that because there are certain test investigations and follow-up that are automatic for people that have certain family history, so that when it is the time to have those tests, you can be called upon. So that's why it's very important. You also do a health check where they can get your bloods, they can get your, height and weight, just basic things so that you begin to get into the system and get the support that you deserve. Because like I say, you're going to pay for the healthcare surcharge, so you can as well make use of those facilities. That's what you should be doing. Once you've done that, the next thing is register to vote. So registering to vote is crucial in the UK. And the good news really is that if you're from the Commonwealth country, you can vote even in general elections in this country, which is an amazing opportunity for you to make use of. It is not only about voting, but it's also the fact that when you register to vote, you have an opportunity to build your credit. So credit companies such as XP, they have access really to your personal records. And this is something that is huge because if you're taking out a credit card, you're taking out a loan, most importantly, you're buying a house, then it's going to get your credit rating really high, which means you can get more if you're getting a loan, but most importantly, you can get it for a lower interest rate as well. So there are certain things that seem really easy in the UK, but the implications are huge. Again, if you're part of my private coaching program, please, we go through these things during our weekly live sessions on Thursdays to make sure that you are making the most of these opportunities, to buy a house, for example. I have access to some of the best financial advisors, mortgage brokers in this country that can support people that are in my coaching program for free, no extra charge whatsoever. But because I have many people in my program, I'm able to negotiate some of these deals and some of these opportunities and some of these people to even come and give you that one-to-one guidance for you to buy a house or your credit or all those things. So you need to make sure that you're reaching out if you need that extra support. But like I've said, we go through during our weekly live sessions. The next thing is you need to reach out for support groups. Look, when you're thinking about support groups, you need to be very choosy. Personally, I choose my friends very wisely. If you're somebody who is not productive, if you're somebody who is not like, for the you, like there's no need. You need to be very, very selective because your friends are going to make you in this country. The people that you interact with when you first get to the UK are going to have a huge impact and influence on how you progress in this country. So you must choose wisely. If somebody is not really serious, you don't need to hang out with them. I'm sorry to say, let go of them. So do check out these other videos that I've linked up here just for you. If you've enjoyed this content, hit the like button so that you can get more. Check this out.